Good day, everyone. Welcome to a slightly adjusted episode 7 of the EVE Online Iron Man series. I have been working on getting the recording done for the Epic Arc. However, it's been taking a lot longer than I anticipated. So, it's gonna take a bit longer. So, that's gonna be next episode for this Friday. So, one of the most recent comments I received is basically people asking for more content about smaller projects. So I will take you guys with me on my latest little project, which is the Myrmidon. So let's have a look at what we need. So first of all, I bought, of course, the blueprint copy. Just deliver that actually, and we're gonna need quite a bit of resources. We already have quite a few that are close to what we need. So we need 18,000 isogen, 7,200 noxium, of which we have both already. We need 2,520,000 tritanium, 900,000 pyrite, 162,000 maxilon, 1,800 zydrin, and 360 megasite to build a Myrmidon, which is basically the next size up from the Vexor, because it's a drone boat and a very effective one at that. So let's just go and basically how I've been getting the resources for this. Mainly in the system I've been using our Pioneer, so we can just go and dock to go to the belts for the pyrite and the titanium. And the other ones that we need, we're gonna do with a method called gun mining, which is where we go into combat sites or missions, kill the NPCs, loot them, scrap the resources. So right now I still have 2 metal scraps from a previous mining run in here, which reprocess into materials. So this is 500 units of titanium for each metal scrap. Same goes for other, equipment that we want to use and disintegrate or reprocess, I mean. So let's have a look. We're gonna go do a bit of a mining spree. So yeah, let's just go to this one first. The one upgrade from the Pioneer over the Venture is the 1 additional miner, and it has a bigger ore hold. The Venture has a ore hold of, if I remember correctly, 5,000, while the Pioneer has 8,000 cubic meters. So let's have a look here. Attributes. Mining hold capacity 5,000 cubic meters and 50 cubic meters of capacity for normal cargo hold. Wow. Let me zoom out a bit because that is just... Nope. Come on. It's got itself stuck in here. But yeah, so the Pioneer, while it's steering clear, we're going to talk about the Pioneer. The Pioneer, as mentioned, has 3 mining lasers. It can also hold double the drones, and it even has a bigger storage space for even a spare drone if needed. And it has 8,000 cubic meters of mining hold capacity and 250 cubic meters of capacity for just normal storage of loot. And it can hold up to 40 cubic meters of drones, which could be 4 medium drones or 8 small drones. Since basically the NPCs we are fighting in this system at best are frigates, I have decided to use light drones. And yeah, we're gonna do a bit of a montage first of just the mining We're gonna do a couple of cycles of that. And then we're gonna go and do a couple of fighting missions where you guys will see that we can do try and get some resources that we can scrap down into their minerals. And yeah, that's how we're gonna take it from here. You all enjoy this little montage, and we'll see you guys after the mining montage. So that was a couple of mining runs in the Pioneer. So I did count them. It takes an estimated time of 23 minutes to fully fill up the Pioneer with my current skill set. So mining in general really is a second screen kind of thing you do. If you are going to be actively playing EVE Online, I don't recommend doing mining. I recommend doing other stuff, for example exploration, like combat missions, or just looking for, you know, anything else. If you're going to be doing AFK things, I recommend doing mining. Do be careful, don't take too many risks, and expect that you can get ganked, of course. For these two, I was actively around, but just doing other monitor stuff, like I was editing this episode. And yeah, so let's have a look at basically the skills when it comes to reprocessing. I have been working on some of the skills since they will be needed for a lot of things in the future, so I figured that's going to be a good objective to work through in the early game. So if we clicked our Veldspar and we click reprocess right now with our current skill set, we get 61.6% of the basically the yield that it can maximum have, which comes down to 1.3 million tritanium. So here, if we hover over it, it will already tell us basically a couple of the skills. So you get it times 1.12 from just normal reprocessing, which is at level 4 right now. And I have reprocessing efficiency at level 5. And basically we're doing metallurgy level 5 now, after which we can get scrap metal processing, which is going to increase the yield from scrapping modules. So let's actually have a look at the skills that you can also get. So we have the normal reprocessing skill, which from level 4 you can get simple ore processing, which will give an additional 2% reprocessing yield per skill level, up to a maximum of 10% for these 5 ore types. So it's something, if you're going to do a lot of processing, you want to get this to level 5. But right now, since we are looking into basically getting scrap metal processing first, we're working on that before getting these. But it's a way how you can get more and more minerals from your ore. And the same goes for, so you had simple ore, you have coherent ore, complex ore, erratic ore, rare moon ore, common moon ore, and I believe there are a couple more. Yeah, abyssal ore processing, ubiquitous moon ore processing, uncommon moon ore processing, unrefined minerals processing, and yeah, of course, ice harvesting and processing, and same goes for the gas as well. So now what we're going to take a look at, since we're not going to reprocess this yet, is gun mining, which is currently the main way how I can get our low sec to null sec minerals. I don't have any examples in here right now, but basically what we do is we go around in our Vexer or our Algos to combat sites. We blow up the ships and then we look for basically loot that we can scrap. So let me grab actually an example of one that I really love. Let's see. No. I do know it's from these guys. One moment. Overview. These. So you can get really lucky and get these kind of drops, like we had an M36 in a previous episode. If you look into the industry tab, if you would have 100% reprocessing efficiency, you would get this amount of minerals back. So right now by default it is set to 50, and you can get it up to 60%, which is a really nice amount to get like some of the low sec to null sec minerals, and also high sec ores you get in decent quantity as well. And that is basically how I've been doing a lot of the mineral gain for our current ships. The estimate that I have right now for completing the Myrmidon is, I would say, maybe a week from now, since we are going to be doing a lot of other stuff as well, and doing some missions and basically grinding up the rep, because I kind of want to get to level 4 missions as soon as possible. Right now we are up to level 2 missions. Once we have the Myrmidon, we are actually going to look at first a different ship. I was thinking of going for the Dominic's right after, but it's going to be a different ship. It's going to involve a lot of mining, which is mining barges in here. We are going to go for the Procurator, mainly being its bonus to drone damage and hit points, and the main thing, the mining barge bonus per skill level to ship shield hit points, meaning it's a lot more tanky than the other ones, since mining barges are often targeted for ganking. And in the industry tab, let me actually go here. Okay, view an industry. Once we have, like, we're gonna buy a 1020 blueprint, which is gonna cost us a lot of megasite, Zydrin, Noxium, Isogen, like nothing special yet. Only when we get to a bigger ship like the Dominic's is when we get to the point where we need these special things, which there are a couple of snags that I'm working out on how we can get those. But that's a problem for the future episode. Right now, I will take you guys out on a couple of combat sites where we're gonna look for loot that we can scrap. So, enjoy the montage of the combat sites, and let's see if we can even get lucky and get another faction spawn or a escalation. So, we're gonna reship, go to a combat site, and we'll see you all there. So that is our last combat site for this little montage. So I actually do want to take you all into a bit of an interesting occurrence. So we had a random person warp into the combat site who did kill one of the ships, which turned this wreck yellow, meaning I cannot loot it unless I put my safety stats to at least partial safety, and it will be considered a theft and will put me in a suspect time, which will allow every player to attack me without the normal consequences of High-Sec Concord, which are basically the NPC group that will blow you up if you go against them. So basically the whole of this is actually really lucky. Into the combat sites we did manage to get the things we're looking for, which are these warp disruption field generators. So this is going to be a good bit of kit that we're going to turn into minerals. We also got a small compact PB acid cap battery, which is good to have. Another Gaussian scope mining laser, 1 MN monopropellant afterburner, 2 drones, and a little bit of ammo. So that's gonna be it. We're gonna be flying back to basically our station where we build everything, and I'm gonna show you the process of what we do with just salvaging this into our minerals. And then we're gonna see how far off we are from our goal. See you all there. So we arrived back at our factory system and station with the loot. I did reship into the Itron Mark V. So let's have a look at what the haul is for today. So we're gonna get 74,347 tritanium, 37,099 pyrite, 17,635 maxilon, 9,464 isogen, 2,829 noxium, 204 zydrine, and 44 megasite. So that's actually a good addition to what we already had. So let's end this episode with a final look, because if we were to reprocess all of this, we would get, okay, I keep forgetting that that bug exists. We could get 1.66 million tritanium, 444,000 pyrite, 91,500 maxilon, 20,269 isogen, and 975 noxium, which would leave us with a total of 1.9, roughly 2 million tritanium, 530,000 pyrite. We would have more than 180 maxilon. We have around 90,000 isogen, around 26,500 noxium, 1,527 sidron, and 149 megasite. So we're getting about a little bit over halfway there. The main issue right now is going to be megasite, for which mainly I get it from gun mining, as we have been showing off with the last couple of sites. And when I have less active things to do, I tend to come back here and do a bit of casual mining to keep getting mainly tritanium and pyrite. since those are the two you can mainly get from Highsec. You can also get Plagio class, which will give you some Maxilon and Tritanium. But since we don't need Maxilon out of it right now, I don't really mind it, and I fully focus on the other two. So, that's gonna be it for episode 8 of the EVE Online Iron Man series. Next episode is going to be the Epic Arc, as mentioned previously. As for the future of this YouTube channel, it's likely gonna go to 2 videos a week in which I try to show new things for the channel, and maybe 1 video of like some overview of, for example, all the escalations I've run, mining results, exploration results, and maybe like skill updates. And then at the end of the week, of course, we will keep the full weekly progress video. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to like, follow, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Have a nice day, fly safe, and goodbye.